Well, I spent the large part of the day wiring up 3 Amigo R, and I was able to test things at point to point kind of a deal, right? Just make sure I had continuity, make sure triggers were sending triggered signals, making sure we had motor working. But when it came to feeding signal to the puff and chuff board, I ran into some issues, and I'm unclear what's going on. There's a 5-volt power supply requirement for the puff and chuff. Oh wait, not the puff and chuff, the relay. And it wasn't triggering. The relay wasn't triggering at all. And I had built this device that should work. I test it and it works, but when I plug it into the relay, it doesn't kick it on. So I was chasing that quite a bit. I went through a couple of motor boards. I had some older boards. I thought I'd just throw an older board in while we're testing. Come to find out, some of them were sitting there for a reason. At any rate, we have good motor board. We have good AC/DC. We have good power regulation. Got 5 volts on this side, 8 volts on that side. I didn't even try to smoke. I tried to get the smoke fan to work, and I had a little trouble getting that because of this relay. That was where it all started. So something doesn't work, you got to work your way back, and that's what I've been doing. And then I have trusty old dog here to verify, I wired it this way. Is that right? Yes. Okay. But it's not doing everything the same. Now there's one item that's a little different. I'm using a different IC for the chuff signal, but that shouldn't make any difference to what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get it to the fan to come on at idle, and idle is track power, no motor. So I don't need that guy to work. I just need track power coming in, make the fan work. Fan's not working. Okay, let's trace that back and see, is there a problem with the relay? Is there a problem with the trim pot? Is a problem with the circuit? And that's sort of where I'm at, and not getting very far, but I'm far enough to know what's not working or what is working. I mean, everything does seem to be working, but in any case, I will have to chase that down. I did get the sensors in. All of the sensors are wired. The chuff sound sensor is in. The magnet's in. The switch is working. I tested that with an ohm meter. I set it on normally closed, and it was. Rotated it, normally open, it was. That's working fine. I tested this with ohm meter. Every time the magnet goes by, I got a pulse out of my meter. That's working. We had the motor going backwards and forwards, and we measured the voltage coming out of the buck boost boards, and they're right. Didn't plug in the fan. I should put 5 volts to the fan, make sure he's doing okay. But all in all, it's a little further away than I'd like to be at this point, but it's pretty typical. You gotta chase down the issues, just like SpaceX, right? 5th launch, they still throw the thing out in the ocean and let it sink. I don't understand that. But at any rate, we're not gonna do that, okay? Don't get excited, Rod. We'll figure it out, okay? I'll fill you in more tomorrow. I'm sorry I'm not getting that much done, but it's just getting through the wiring and trying to document all the settings and everything else. I did get the full set of tender side frames to assemble. I have a new method of assembly that I'm going to work on. I had to order some 24 gauge solid copper wire to do it because I think that's what's going to work. I'm going to try. I built one and it worked using braided wire. Now I want to use solid wire and see if that works. I'm trying not to solder on the frame itself. I just want to solder the piece, and that's it. And just see if we can get that far. All right, I gotta go. Later, gang.